There's only one true God, the Father. Our presentation is unique and true. I have not heard any servant of God the Father dedicate an exclusive space to God the Father. We ask God the Father to guide us in this sacred exposition, always in the name of Yeshua, his rightful Son. God the Father was presented as the only true God. Yeshua, the only begotten Son of God the Father, presented him thus as the only divine being. Mark 12:29, Yeshua says, "The first commandment of all is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." Yeshua declares and clarifies that his Father is a person and not a concept of unity. This was the answer to a question from one of the scribes in Mark 12:28. And in Mark 12:32 the scribe confirmed, "Teacher, that was well said. You've told the truth that there is only one God and no other besides him. Therefore, there is only one true God, a divine person. And to do so, it is necessary to believe that there exists a creator race. This is the only divine race. To believe in one true God is to believe in one divine race. Within it, there exists a hierarchical order, and the Bible confirms this. Almost no one takes this formula of belief and doctrine into account. Here we refer to a divine hierarchy. This logically promotes the existence of a unique order of divine authority. We are speaking precisely of the race that created the earth and everything that exists in it. Now, if by faith we believe in a divine race, by logic and revelation, we will announce that there is only one God who is a divine person. Dozens of biblical passages testified to by the apostles allow us to discover a divine person, the one God in the light of the Word. Especially Yeshua, the beloved Son of God, presented and spoke constantly about his Father. He is God and Father, whom his Son presented in the New Testament as God the Father. Could anyone refute this absolute and biblical truth? The Father is the only God without beginning. Now, if there is only one true God, then logically there must be one throne. There is one throne, that of the Father. The beloved Paul testifies in Hebrews 8:1 and 12:2 that Yeshua sits at the right hand of his Father's throne. There is only one throne, that of the Father. I have no doubt that Yeshua will have his own throne, for in Psalm 45 verse 6, his beloved Father declares to him, "Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom." And Psalm aligns with Revelation 3:21. There may be other thrones or chairs for the 24 elders and the 4 living creatures around the Father's throne, Revelation 5:6. But within the divine hierarchy, there is only one throne, that of God the Father. This concept of one throne is sealed with the vision of beloved John, which shows the famous white throne of God the Father. In Revelation 2011, John sees a vision of a white throne and the one seated on it. Now we call beloved Paul to testify on behalf of God the Father as the one God, 1 Corinthians 8:6. For us, however, there is one God, the Father, from whom all things come. Paul, a faithful witness directly inspired by Yeshua, Galatians 1:12, decrees that there is only one God, the Father, thus implying that he is the only divine being without beginning. He also testifies that absolutely everything that exists from the Father comes. Would I dare to believe that the only begotten one also proceeded from the Father? Absolutely I dare, because if it were not true, the Father's love for us, John 3:16, would be absurdity, a drama, a vile lie. He sent his own legitimate Son, the only begotten, to demonstrate his love for the world. If Yeshua is not his only begotten and authentic Son, his love would be another vile hoax, and his love for the world would not be love either, but an invented novel. The beloved Paul doesn't stop there. Let's see. In Ephesians 4:6 it says, "There is one God and Father of all who is above all." For the beloved Paul, it wasn't enough to decree that everything comes from God the Father. He also emphasized that he is above everything and everyone. This is called the absolute divine hierarchy. And Paul affirms once again that the Father is our only God. No one else is our God and Father, a divine person. Now we ask John, the beloved disciple, to come forward and join the faithful witnesses of God the Father. In John 10:29 and 14:28, Yeshua says, "The Father is greater than all and greater than I," says his beloved Son. John, the beloved disciple, the one closest to Yeshua, now acts. He announces another aspect of what God the Father is within the divine hierarchy. Yeshua, through John, says that the Father is greater than all and adds something much more forceful, decreeing that his Father is older than himself. Logically, his beloved Son, being Son, is younger than his Father. And if we are talking about hierarchy, did not his Son submit to his beloved Father in the many declarations made by Yeshua, John, and Paul? Now let's look at the following quote from John, which elevates God the Father to a level of absolute authority within the divine hierarchy. In John 20:17, Yeshua decrees, "I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." John the Beloved concludes the discussion of divine hierarchy, where Yeshua says that God the Father, in addition to being his Father, is also his God. And the word God within the context of divine hierarchy means that his Father is also his authority. Yeshua is here honoring his Father, setting an example for us to fulfill and understand the third commandment, honor your parents, Exodus 20:12. This is where we wanted to reach the grand conclusion, that within the divine race there exists a hierarchy. Let's summarize the theological principles of this short study as a review: that God the Father is above everything and everyone, that is, above his Son, within the hierarchy; that there is only one God, the Father, who is the absolute source of all that has been created. His beloved Son says that his Father is greater than him. His beloved Son also calls him my God. All these quotes indicate the absolute divine hierarchy between the Father and his beloved Son. The following video will define who the beloved Son is, for we know that he is the only begotten, the heir, and the only one who came forth or proceeded from God the Father. This is an email to clarify any doubts about the quotes used and interpreted in this video clip. 144,000 por siempre sellados @gmail.com. Blessings from above.